Anywhere, someone will be with you in a minute. Let me introduce myself. I am Gary Staley, gourmet chef and gourmand. I'll be preparing your meal. My specialty is Meyerlurk cakes, although the iguana is very popular too.
Partial Myler cake.
Then you are in for a treat.
Heard your daughter has a crush on Diego?
Yeah, I know. Thank God he's a priest. At least I know nothing's going on between them. Father Clifford would kick him out of the priesthood if he ever found out.
Do you know Polly is an addict?
Yeah, he comes by every night around closing time and tries to get Cindy to let him close up. Thank God she's smarter than that.
Do you know anything about Rivet City's history?
I know a lot of places opened up when they got the hydroponics bay working, but that's hardly the start of it all, is it? Actually, Vera Weatherly might know more. She's always here and talking with folks, so if anyone's picked up a story or two, it'd be her.
I gotta go.
Thank you for coming to Gary's Galley.
There was some sort of battle in the city yesterday. The gate guard said the gunfire went on for over an hour.
That's why I'm glad I'm in here. Good old
Yeah,
Rivet
it crashed
City.
again.
Me too. Nothing is getting through these walls. Nice to see you.
That's a hotel check.
Don't you have a component to deliver?
Shut up. Okay.
Did you hear about the fight in the Muddy Rudder last night?
Yeah. Bell's going to Caravans.
Tamper with that, and we're going to have a problem.
There's that banners place. No, it wasn't banner, it was... Stanley's? I never forgot what his name was. Here it is. Seagrave, that's right. Where is Seagrave? To the science lab.
For the most advanced scientific center in the capital wasteland, I find your...
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes, yes, yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake. The technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself. What do you need?
I'm looking for my father. Have you seen him?
Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. Why don't you go bother her about it?
Yeah, somebody's a little busy. Is Dr. Lee as smart as they say she is?
She's certainly head and shoulders above most everyone else around here, though that's not saying much.
Gotta get going.
Bye.
You want?
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire?
Depends what exactly are we talking about here.
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
What kind of property?
How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
Interesting, but what's that got to do with me exactly?
You're helping me retrieve this android, aren't you? I've tracked him this far. He's out there somewhere, in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it.
I'll be compensated for my services, right?
Of course. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Sure, I'll look for finding your android for you.
Excellent! Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that.
Okay. Someone got their hands on a whatever microdermal graphilizer?
Really? Someone managed to procure those here in the wasteland? Impressive. But who out here could have the skill to use them? You're making progress, certainly. But you've got nothing more to learn from me. Get back out there.
Jerk.
Janice, have you overbalanced the chemical mix?
They should be just fine. Try it again. Be careful around these fruits and vegetables. They're worth more to us than you are.
Ouch. I already talked to you.
So long.
What do you need?
Apparently I already talked to you, even though I don't remember to.
Yeah, see you.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here?
How do you know who I am? Have we met?
You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same.
I'm trying to find my father. Have you seen him?
You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there.
I left the vault to look for him.
Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already.
I'm sorry, could you please tell me where he's gone?
Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
Where's this old lab of yours?
It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone.
Can you tell me more about my parents?
I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
What was my father like back then?
James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time and wants to try again.
I never knew my mother. What can you tell me about her?
Yes, your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you.
Why did she die? What happened?
Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could.
I understand. I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yes, well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Tell me about this project you worked on with my father.
Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know?
What was the point of it?
It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated.
Why didn't it work?
We had the basic principles down. We understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment.
Why did you stop working on it? What happened?
You happened. It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier. Okay.
What is this lab? What are you doing here?
This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule.
What do you know about Zimmer?
Oh, that man doesn't have you looking for his pet android, does he? I've already told him to lay off it. He's distracting my entire team.
You ever hear of someone named Pinkerton?
That idiot? He left so long ago, most folk don't even remember him. He claimed to have found a secret stash of technology somewhere in the ship. Then he just disappeared.
What kind of place is Rivet City?
Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again.
What do you know about Rivet City's history?
I could tell you all about the science lab, but even though I was here near the start, I can't really help with the details of how it all worked out. It all seems like a lifetime ago. I'm afraid I've had a lot of things on my mind since those early days.
Gotta go.
Good luck finding your father.
Yeah. The sooner you find my property, the sooner I can get out of this slum. Really, how do you people live like this?
What a dick. And I played Fallout 4, dude. Your place is pretty much the same. I'm tracking down leads on a circuit neuralizer.
A circuit neuralizer? Here in the wasteland? How'd they manage to get their grubby hands on one of those? Impressive. You are showing signs of intelligence and resourcefulness. You might turn out useful after all. But you're wasting time talking to me. Standing around all day chit-chatting isn't going to help you track down my android, is it?
I don't even think I want to give you your android. You're too much of a dick. Tell me about the Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth itself is nothing but a war-ravaged quagmire of violence and despair. Inside the sealed environment of the Institute, however. But the Institute's affairs are none of your concern. Your undeveloped mind couldn't even begin to comprehend what we've accomplished.
The android is dead. Here is his eternal component.
What? Let me see that. This is a neuroservo, unique to the A321. And you say you got this from his corpse? I suppose there's no other way you could have obtained it. Well, damn it! I was afraid this would happen. Out here in this wasteland. Well, here's 50 caps for your troubles. Try to buy yourself an education out here in this hell. Good day.
Dick. Dick.
Oh, it was so noisy last night.
Hey,
I couldn't sleep.
And level up. Let's see. Let's get science up a bit. 35 should be good. Try the rest in, say, medicine. And one in energy. That could be useful. Don't think I want that quite yet. Let's see. Bloody mess would be good.
Maybe a quick fix has something that will help you sleep. Cindy's got all kinds of good chems.
I'll try that. Hey, please excuse me. There is much work to be done.
What do you do around here?
I help Dr. Lee when she needs equipment moved. I am no scientist. I just help with the heavy things.
Well, okay. Good talk.
You don't look so tough. They call me sister. Don't ask.
Ah, the slaver. I don't want any trouble.
Smart move. What did you want?
Have you heard anything about the history of Rivet City?
Do I look like someone who cares?
I gotta go.
So do I. Tamper with that and we're going to have a problem.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
Have you looked in the mirror?
Good to see you.
Nothing. You did a good thing delivering that component to Zimmer, telling him the android was dead. For that, I'm going to entrust you with some information. The android's transformation was done by a man named Pinkerton, here in Rivet City. He's hidden down in the broken fore section of the ship. You'll need to swim to reach him, but if you're inclined, Pinkerton can perform a facial reconstruction on you as well. It won't disguise your identity, but you'll be able to experience life in a new skin and truly understand that we're all human on the inside.
Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to check out that church. Is that downstairs?
Said the gunfire went on for over an hour. That's why I'm glad I'm in here. Good old Rivet City.
Me too. Nothing's getting through these walls.
But the evidence is in there.
What is it? Be careful.
Yeah, get out of my way.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
No.
Yes?
I'm Diego, the acolyte for St. Monica's.
What is St. Monica?
St. Monica saved her own son's soul from eternal damnation. She is now the patron saint of lost children for the faithful everywhere. You really should come to church on Sunday mornings. The sermon will be all about St. Monica.
There's a church in Rivet City.
Oh yes, Father Clifford conducts services every Sunday morning. You should come.
If you're acolyte, who is the priest?
Father Clifford. The sanctuary is in the ship's fore on the upper deck. The good father holds services every Sunday morning.
I hear Angela has a crush on you.
What are you talking about? I'm a man of the cloth. Well, I will be as soon as Father Clifford... Never mind. It doesn't matter what Angela thinks. Soon I will take vows of chastity.
I believe you. I was just curious about it. Oh, what happened there?
What are you talking? Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Can't believe you.
I forgive you. More importantly, God forgives you.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
What
do you say if I do this? You're a fool to pass up a chance of at love with her?
Father Clifford says she is my trial, my temptation. I must choose between her and the church. I have chosen the church.
Goodbye.
God bless you.
He's still in a dum-dum. Ooh.
Well, quite an impressive collection, isn't it? Well, don't be shy. Have a look around. Abraham Washington's the name. Curator of this little slice of American history.
Yes, it's an interesting collection indeed.
Ah, a fellow scholar, I see. Each of the documents in this room tells a small but important story about the history of the United States of America. Unfortunately, the greatest prize of all is missing from the collection.
Alright, I'll buy it. Which document is it?
In 1776, the Second Judgmental Congress got together and adopted a document drafted by none other than Thomas Jefferson himself. It was the day the United States of America earned its name and secured its place in history. This magnificent achievement took form in the Declaration of Independence.
If you want me to retrieve the Declaration, all you have to do is ask.
Oh, would you? It would mean so much to me and the Society's collection here.
I'd love to be a part of history and bring you the Declaration.
Excellent! You won't regret it, I promise you. Imagine, you are taking part in another chapter of American history. I envy you. You can find the Declaration of Independence in the ruins of the National Archives.